I imagine that you work as part of a team oftentimes, or at least a pipeline maybe of individuals responsible for stuff. Can you maybe expand a little bit on what that's like, working collaboratively or in a pipeline with people? Because many of our students, even if they don't go into arts, are going to be a part of a team somehow.
The reason the films of Disney and Pixar, Illumination, the group that's in Paris, they did the Transylvania movies, because they have a strong, a director with a strong vision, but they have a very good story team. And you end up, let me put it this way, when we would interview people, myself and a producer on one of the pictures I was directing, we wanted to find out if that person had a sense of humor. Bear with me, this is super important, because if that person didn't have a sense of humor, they weren't going to survive the 3 years it was going to take to make that movie, because it was going to be a really long slog. And because you were going to be in a room with a lot of people who were going to disagree with you, and you couldn't take it personally. But you're in there throwing ideas out, and it sucks when someone makes fun of your idea, which you just don't. It's an additive process. You have to learn how to work with others. So we would find out. It'd be like I'd be interviewing you, and the producer and I would make a joke, and we'd see your reaction. And if you kind of like lit up, oh, all right, there's a shred of a humanity in you. And humor gives you objectivity. It gives you the ability to stand back. I have a personal theory. This sounds super trite, but the world belongs to the dogged, the stubborn. I know it sounds super trite, but really, bear with me. It's not the people who are gifted. I'm here, and those paintings are here because I paint every day, or I draw. Every day, literally, I draw or paint every day. The only reason I'm better than you guys is I'm just older. That's it. I keep a folio, a fairly good sized book. I'll scroll through Instagram. Wow, love that painter. Screen grab, save it, save it, save it. And when I'm stuck, I don't have the answer to a solution. Let's say the temperature of the nose. Was it going to be warmer with a cool underlip? I'm just giving you an example. I'll look it up. What did Sargent do? What did Zorn do? What did Sorolla, the Spanish painter, do? I'll look for inspiration. It kind of fires me up. The other thing I'll do is, I guess my paintings are kind of wandering around here.
Behind you.
Oh, they're behind.
And there's some here at the front.
I'll do a value study. I'll just work in value. Everybody understands value, the relationship to lights and dark. This is ultramarine and white. From a painting, we painted on the LA River, a group of us. I just wasn't inspired. I just pulled out both tubes and I'll just work that simple. I teach a class of painting, and the order of it is...
And underneath the screen, I think you're looking.
Oh, thanks. Everybody see this? Line, value, and then color. This is the least important part of the painting. If you don't get the value right, this isn't going to work. Most problems of color are value or design issues. They're not color issues. We fall in love with color. Man, you walk into an art store, oh my God, the teals, the quadrichrome. It's this one. It's value. So, to answer your question, I'll work small and work like small little value studies.
Where do you get your references from? Like, mostly from, like, you paint from life mainly, or from pictures?
Online, or I take a portrait painting class every week with someone she's better than I am. Or I've been trying to paint from, I hate to admit it, I have a friend of mine who turned me on to AI, and I've started like using ChatGPT and Midjourney and looking for images, combining. I needed a train, 1910, men in overalls, soiled. It's scary what pops up. And I'm like, wow, that's great. That's a resource. It's here to stay. Artists, I'm sorry, use it as a reference. The reality is, if I was starting my career, I'd learn as much as I can.